morning, everyone. It's Eric with His and Hers HHQ. I hope the video turns out well because I'm trying to do this off the stand and a phone, and the phone's not facing me, so everything's right. But anyway, so as the title of the video suggests, I have a special request. Sometimes in life, things come along and things or people come along, and I met a really interesting fellow veteran. He's a Vietnam veteran, and we had a really long conversation. I mean, we just kept talking. We weren't comparing wars, mind you, but me being Iraq, him being Vietnam. I explained my dad was in Vietnam, all that mess. It was just a great, pleasant conversation. And it had come up that, one of the things I do for myself as therapy for issues and things that I hope to reach other veterans with, using our hobby to reach other veterans, is plastic models. And he asked me, well, how good are you? And I said, well, I'm not no master modeler, but I'm certainly not a novice. I do enjoy the rust and crust and mud and blood, and I mean, you name it. I enjoy doing stuff like that. And he got a kick out of it. I explained how I came back into the hobby, all that. Anyway, and we got to talking about things. He asked me if I could do something special for, have I done special builds for people? And it's like, well, yeah. And he asked me, would I be willing to do one for him? I said, well, what you got in mind? Well, he went into the story, when he was 15 years old, he had a 1956 Chevy 210 four-door sedan. And, life happens, of course, and, like many people, marriage, for him, the war, and then marriage and family, things happen. At some point, the car, he had to, sell it, that kind of thing. And now he's obviously later in life. He's in his 80s. And, well, his wife passed away several years ago. And he said one of their boys passed away. And, well, he's pretty much alone now in the house. It's just him. And he had spent a few years wondering what he was going to do. And, well, he decided he was going to find a 1956 Chevy 210 four-door sedan. And he found one. And it's totally getting refurbished. It's pretty well all stock, except for power brakes, power steering, and a Bluetooth radio. But he asked me if I would be able to do something like that. And I said, the 56 210, I would have to look that up. And I struck gold. So what I found was a 1956 Chevy Del Rey by Revell. It's fantastic kit. I've actually considered getting that kit myself, but I found that kit, and I said, well, it's only the two-door. Doing a little bit of research, the Del Rey was the two-door sport, as it were, to the or the coupe to the four-door sedan. And I said, well, uh, let's see what else I can find. So I'm doing a lot of digging, and I found a resin kit. It's the four-door body resin kit, and it comes with the interior panels and the rear bench. And so I'm sitting there doing all this digging. I found it on ScaleMates, and I was really getting frustrated because um, the website for it, um, resinrealm.net, showed the kit, but there was no price, no link to get to it. And so I was getting a little frustrated, and actually went digging through the Resin Realm site, and I found a phone number. Well, I called it just to see if, there was a chance it would be out there. And a lovely lady answered the phone. And we had a brief, pleasant conversation, but it turns out Resin Realm was her husband. And as you can tell, the past tense, her husband had passed away just a few years ago. And I mean, I express my condolences. We all know what it is to endure loss. But she did pass on to me another gentleman, Star Models. His name's Steve Kohler, I think his name, and I got his phone number. And but I have not had any luck getting in touch with him. So the special request is I'm looking for that kit, for that resin set, and I would like all of you to share this video, share the message out there. The reason being is because I'm trying to do something for a fellow veteran, and at this point, I guess it doesn't matter the cost. Maybe one of you has that particular resin set in your stash somewhere, or somebody who might have that resin set in their stash, or maybe you even know some of the vendors that might have that somewhere. I don't have that outreach right now, and so I'm asking all of you for a little bit of help here. Maybe you've got a few ideas, and it's or even have some way of helping me. You can get in touch with me either through the comments or send an email. I will make sure I have both emails in the video description, so you can contact me and say, hey, I've got an idea, or I know who might have that. Let me get in touch with them. I'll get back with you. I would really, really appreciate it. It's really a case of one veteran trying to do something special for another veteran. And, like I said, he asked me if I could do it. And the reason being is because he's trying to recreate this in miniature. I'm going to use this as the thumbnail so you can see what we're shooting for. And yeah, I really do appreciate everybody's patience, and again, I really do appreciate this community. Any help I can get, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, share the video, share the information, maybe pass it on to somebody you know that might be able to help. I really do appreciate it, all of you. I'm Eric. Have a good day.